Hey, all right, we are here. Man, what's going on? We're going to do a little jamming this evening. We're going to demonstrate this pedal, and it is storming outside like crazy. So hopefully we can keep a signal and everything. And I see there's some people in the chat already. That's awesome. Awesome. What a busy day that we've had so far. So yeah, let's get started with something here to get warmed up if we can. And I ain't even had a chance to warm up, so who knows how this is going to be. Okay. Yeah, man. And I was on the wrong bank on my Tank G. Oh, man. Let me pull up here and see if we can see the chat here. Make sure I don't mess nothing up. Yeah, I got my shorts on, man. It's blazing hot in this room, and we've been busy all day long. It's been storming the past few minutes. So let's see. Let me get my okay. Make sure I got all my stuff together. Let's get started with the chat, man. And first up in line, we have Mr. Dave Orkin. What's going on, man? Thank you for being here. We got Rod in the chat. Rod, what's going on, man? And I got to give Rod a shout out, man. He, I talked about I didn't go live, of course, last weekend because we were on a camping trip, and we'll get into that later. But the show before that, Rod had sent Larry a guitar. Larry is with Work Less, Enjoy Life More, and I meant to do his intro before we started here, and I hit the wrong button. So anyway, but Rod was kind enough to send Larry a guitar. Yeah. And Rod bought one of my guitars, which was cool, man. The last show, I was playing a Wolfgang Standard, and yeah, Rod bought it. He liked it, and he bought it. Pretty cool. Greasy Monkey Guitars in the house. What's going on, man? And we got Mr. Mick. What's going on, man? How are you, sir? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing okay. And we got Dark Horse. I always get tongue-tied with that. What's up, man? How are you doing? Thank y'all for being here. Appreciate that so much. Do what now? Edwin says, I was just listening to this in the pool. Oh, Bullet Boys? Oh, cool, man. Yeah. I put that back in rotation because I haven't heard that song in a long time, man. And I always loved that song. And did you know, maybe you did know this, maybe you didn't. Let me swap cameras here. Did you know that Ted Templeman produced that album? Their debut album, Bullet Boys. Ted Templeman did that. Of course, Ted Templeman, famous for producing all the Van Halen albums, especially the early albums. And I want to say he also produced David Lee Roth's Eat 'Em and Smile. That's what I'm wanting to say, but yeah. Ted Templeman produced the Bullet Boys. Killer first album. Let's see. Everybody's saying hey to everybody else. That's really cool. There's Mr. Nugent. What's going on? How was your camping trip, brother? Hope you had a great time. We did, man. We had a wonderful time. There's Mr. Nugent, so you know what that means, man. We got to bring it in right. Oh, man. We're having fun. Let's see. See if I can get this chat to move again. Let's see. Mickey Settlemeyer, he is here. Hey, man. How are you doing? Let me give you a showcase on your comment there. What's going on, man? Thank you for the kind words on the video I showcased, the campground where I practically grew up. Thank you for the kind words on that. Thank you very much. And, well, speak of the devil. There he is. There's Larry. Work Less, Enjoy Life More. I got wearing his shirt from his channel. There he is right there. How cool is that? He's here, man. We have to play a song for Larry. He says, sorry I'm late. Nah, dude, hell, no big deal, man. No big deal at all. There's Mr. Bloody Soup. Hey, he's there. Thank you. I'm going to have to go down to the bottom and work my way up. This chat is being crazy. I'm so glad everybody chimed in. Let me make sure I didn't miss nobody. Let's see. Everybody saying hey to everybody else. Okay. Oh, okay. Here we go. All right. Yes. And Rod sent, we were talking about it earlier. Rod sent Larry the guitar. And there's Larry right there. He says, thanks so much, Rod. I got a tuner and a little amp. And I've been practicing. How about that, man? We got a new guitar player in the chat, folks. That's awesome. Awesome. That is so cool, man. It's so cool. There's Brother Ted. Brother Ted. What's happening, brother? How are you, man? Thank you for being here. Let me make sure my stuff's still in tune. And I got this great tuner right here that, Ted, I've been using the heck out of this tuner, man. Let me show. I know I say that every time, but it's the truth, man. Right there, that Polytune from TC Electronics, man. And the batteries came because I was like, man, what kind of battery does it take? And it takes those same batteries that the Snark tuners take. So I was able to. They came today from Amazon. I ordered the heck out of Amazon. Y'all, my wife and I, there's Amazon coming to this house every other day, I think. Let me make sure. Let me go back up here. Yeah, every other day, man, it's Amazon stopping by here, man. They get plenty of our money. Mr. Brian Peterson, hey, man. How are you? Thank you. Thank you for being here. It's very cool, man. It's still early in the game. Everybody's still popping in. We've only been on for 14 minutes, so we're doing good. Everybody's still jumping in. That's awesome. Mr. William De Silva is here. Awesome. Thank you. And let's see here. Edwin Crane, yeah, you got him an amp, and thanks to Rod. Rod was kind enough to do that, spreading the gift of music, and to somebody that doesn't have a guitar, and I think that's wonderful. I think that's awesome. Dave Orkin says, we were just talking about Amazon just now. Dave Orkin says, I ordered a ton of guitar parts from Amazon this weekend. Man, I'm going to tell you, I ordered a lot of stuff like that from there. And thank God for Amazon. Can you imagine going to Guitar Center and saying, yeah, I need a Godot 1996T trim system? They'd be like, oh, we don't carry that. We don't carry that. You want some strings? I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. That's not right. Guitar Center's cool, man. It's just, let's see. Yes, Amazon. Amazon is dangerous, Dark Horse says. I'm telling you, man, we got a lot of stuff from there. I've got two TVs in the Bird, which the Bird is the Hummingbird, the camper. I got two TVs in there now, and they're just 24 inch. I got one when you walk in, that's to the right is the dining area. And then I ordered one today that was for the sleeping area in the back, and I brought it inside and got it all set up and took it out there. And, yeah. We've been working in that stuff all day. We're going camping again this coming Friday. Yeah. Going again. I done got reservations, man. And, it's just spur of the moment. I was like, man, I'm ready to go again. We're ready. And it's nice. The campground is just 20 minutes up the road, man. Convenient. Greasy Monkey says, big Amazon fan here too. The tub of atomic fireballs came in for the wife, and the groceries will be here soon. Amazon has been a godsend. Yeah. Yeah, Amazon, I'm telling you, they took over the top slot from, Walmart was the biggest retailer in the world for a long time. I delivered to Walmarts for years. We still do deliver there for my job. I'm just lucky that I don't have to deliver there lately. But Amazon took that top spot some time back. Yes, Ted, thank you. Ted says, glad to hear you're getting some use out of that poly tune. I love it, man. I love it. I love this tuner. And I've been using it more than my pedal tuner. What does that tell you? And I'm not going to use something if it doesn't hold up, TC Electronic is a good brand too, man. So thank you again, Mr. Ted. Let's see. Dave Orkin chimes in. He says that $200 Amazon dangerous order yesterday of just parts. Yeah, I know that feeling. Big time. Big time. I know that feeling, man. Oh yeah. Mr. Settlemeyer says my dog is always getting stuff from Amazon. You got to take care of the pets, man. I'm a huge animal lover, so absolutely gotta take care of the pets, man. They're part of the family. They were here. We've all we got left now is a cat. Our other dogs have passed on. And Jimmy Z, what's up, man? Yeah, Jimmy Z. Okay, let me highlight his comment again. Jimmy says, Joe, you guys seem to be loving that camper. So cool. It's a lot of fun. Thank you for your comment on YouTube as well, Jimmy. Thank you, man. Yes. Is my wife vacuuming right now? Can y'all hear that? I hear a vacuum running. What is going on? Oh my goodness gracious alive. Yes, I guess we can touch on this real quick. The camper is amazing. We took our first maiden voyage. You already know this if you're subscribed. Last Friday we left out and got to the campground, whopping 20 minutes from here, and that was my first time setting up. I mean, what I mean by that is, everything. Getting the sewer lines hooked up, the hoses. Everything, and it was easy, man. It was easy. I watched quite a few YouTube videos and all that stuff, and a couple of my buddies were giving me some tips on what to do, and it was a lot of fun. So we've been accessorizing the camper even more, and now I told my wife, we can't put nothing else in this camper. It's only a 17-footer, but it's perfect for us. So, and I got a generator on the back of it. I bought a generator rack. Here we go. I hope the power don't go out, y'all. The lights are flickering. It's storming here, so if the show goes under, that's why. Oh, man. I can hear it thundering out there. But I got a generator rack on the rear bumper of the camper, and I got the generator crunk it up and hooked up the cord to the camper and turned on the AC. And I got one of those, I think I saw Larry have one on his videos where it's a thermostat, and it gives you the inside and outside temperature. That, of course, came from Amazon, and I hooked it up today. And I didn't see the only thing about it, I didn't see an on and off switch on it. It was just you have to put the batteries in, it comes on, and you want to cut it off, you take the batteries out of that and the sensor. You hang the sensor outside, and, of course, that gives your outside. Man, it got down to 68 in that camper in there. I was like, hell yeah. So we're excited. So, yeah, the camper is a success, man. Is a success, if I can talk. All right, let's move along before we lose power here. U812, man, what's going on, Ryan? How you doing? He says, greetings all. Turn it up, play it loud, and rock it out. Yes. Yes. That's the only way to do it, ain't it? That's the only way to do it, man. Dave Morgan says, I haven't been to Walmart in over a year. I went today, and I went one time last weekend, and that was the first time I've been to Walmart in a long time. I went to Ace Hardware first, trying to get a key made for the camper. We've only got one key. The dealership only gave me one key, and it's really, really tiny. And so I went to Ace Hardware, and they said, we can't make you a key here. I was like, why not? He said, that's not in our system. Okay. So then I went to Walmart, of course, and they don't even make keys there no more. They got a machine up front at the checkouts, and so the guy in the back there in the bag goes, there's a machine up front, you use that. I was like, dude, it's a small camper key. Is it going to make that? Well, I don't know what to tell you. It's like, thanks a lot, Pops. He was an old guy. He was old and ill. Of course, the machine didn't work. It didn't work. Edwin Crane says, I miss Sears and Kmart. Oh, man, those were the days, brother. Those were the days, weren't they? You know, sometimes I'll get on YouTube and I'll look up old commercials from back in the 70s and 80s, and especially the Christmas commercials, man. Man, that makes me feel old. But when I see those commercials, it takes me right back when I was a kid. And I was like, yep, I remember those. Mickey Settlemeyer says, my little brother used to drive for Walmart. They're a good company to drive for, man. They used to be really, really good. And then they lowered their benefit package. And then they, when everything happened with the pandemic years ago and everybody quit work, which I never quit. Hell, I can't afford to quit. But trucking companies were looking for drivers. Walmart brought their great benefit package back because a lot of their drivers had quit. And a lot of them retired too. And so we've lost a few drivers where I work at the company I work for. We've lost a few of them to Walmart. But the only thing about that is if you're in a sleeper truck with Walmart, you're out in that truck all week, and then you come home at the end of your 70 hours. So you're only home for a day and a half, and you're on the road the rest of the week. That ain't for me, man. Nah, no. Michael Curtis, what's going on, man? He says, I'm late again. Did I miss the pedal? No, you have not. No, we haven't got into that yet. I'm still saying hello to everybody in the chat here. Jimmy Z says, rock on. Yeah, right. That's right. We're going to hopefully do that tonight, I hope. I hope so. Let's see. Yeah, we're talking about anything here, man. Walmart, Amazon, Sweetwater. It don't matter. Bloody Soup says, I get my Java Monster energy drinks from Amazon, almost half off from the convenience store. Oh, okay. Yeah, Amazon is dangerous. Yeah, I know, man. I just ordered some rechargeable batteries. First time I've ever ordered rechargeable batteries in my life. I got it, of course, from Amazon. I got this charger. It holds 8. You can charge either AAAs or AA's. It'll do either or. So I ordered the AAAs, and then today the AA's came, so I charged them up, and I got them all in a Ziploc bag, so I can take them when we go camping. We'll have some batteries, and if they go dead, I just charge them back up. I've always just bought batteries. I've never bought rechargeable batteries, so we'll see how that works. You know. Let's see here. What do we got? Jimmy Z says, absolutely the best way to roll with a new camper. Take it 30 minutes from home and get it set up and down. Do it a couple of times, and then you're ready for the prime time. Yeah, that's exactly right. And another reason why we like just being right up the road is because we have, a cat here, and we have outside cats, so it's not far enough away to where it's going to mess anything up. So I can get up there and get set up, and then come here the next day, feed the animals, and then shoot right back up to the campground. So, it's cool, man. Edwin says Amazon robots are coming. They probably already are, man. I don't know. I know they got stuff. I've seen it on TV where people are getting stuff delivered from drones. And it's crazy. Crazy. I was talking about trying to get an extra key made for the camper. We've only got one key. Mr. Nugent Jr. says, got to go to a locksmith to get keys nowadays. That's scary, man. But I might have to. I don't know what else to do. Man, that key's tiny, man. It's, I was like, damn. You know. Mr. Dwight Bailey, how are you, sir? Nice to see you, man. Hope you're doing good. I gotta say, Dwight takes the time to visit, man. That's awesome. Thank you very much. We are caught up in the chat. Awesome. Very cool. So thank you, everybody, for commenting, and keep them coming, man. I'm going to share a screen and talk about the subject matter of tonight's show. Let me hit this right here, and we're going to share. And it's going to take me just a second here. And for people who don't know what this is, I had a friend of mine, Dave Stafford. He's got this pedal, but it also has a whammy pedal on it as well. I want to say this right here is what I got. It's the DigiTech Drop Polyphonic Drop Tune Pitch Shift Pedal. Now, being totally transparent, I got mine from Reverb, and it was from Dave's Crazy Music or something like that, and he had a killer deal on it. It was like $189, brand new. So I would advise you to go to Reverb first if you want. Maybe even the used ones still fetch a good, pretty good bit of money. So these must be either sought after a lot, or people don't want to turn them loose. I don't know, but this right here, let me see if I can. You see all these numbers? All right, let's go up here to now. Right there, first you see this black knob. So when you turn that black knob clockwise, it's going to start at number 1. It'll be lit up. That's going to be a half a step down. And of course, number 2 is a whole step, and so on and so forth. And you go all the way down to an octave if you want. And then octave plus dry. And you have a switch right here that if it's switched on, the effect only works when you have the pedal pressed with your foot, which of course I don't want that. That's a little too much work, but that's what this pedal is all about, and it is incredible. No wonder they kind of go for the amount of money that they do. This enables you to have your guitar in standard tuning and use a pedal like this, and you can go down to whatever, however low you want to go. And it does come with a power supply right here. I think I showed it. And very nice. So this pedal would be the very first pedal in your chain from your guitar. This would be the first pedal. And then everything else after. So it is a wonderful pedal. I'm telling you, it's incredible what this thing can do, man. Let me showcase myself here and make sure I'm doing this right. Remove from scene. Okay, and we'll take this off. And I did it right that time. Okay, cool. Unbelievable. So yeah, this is a great. I've been messing with it some this past week when I've had time, and I was like, this is incredible. This is amazing. And it's a lot of fun. So if you want to play with those songs, whatever songs you want that are half a step down, you don't have to tune down anymore. You can use this pedal, and it'll put right there where you need to be. And it's great, man. Let's see. Let me go back up so I can hit the chat real quick. I got people asking questions here. Let me see. Mr. Bloody Soup says, can't wait to hear the pedal. You're about to hear it? Yes, sir. Just 1 second. Mr. Nugent Jr. says you got to go to the dealer and order extra keys, Joe. I thought about that, man, because they gave me a bunch of keys. I mean, and I was like, wow, there's a bunch of keys on this key ring. None of them damn keys fit except one. There's one key that fits the door and it fits all the cubby hole compartments on the side. All them other keys, I don't know what those went to, but they don't go to that camper. They don't go to that. They don't go to it. So I might have to call them. I don't know. Might have to, but it was a used camper, so I don't know. We'll see. I thought about that, and they called me yesterday, and no, they sent me a text. The dealer, the RV dealership, and said we need proof of insurance. You need to supply us with that. And I thought, why didn't they ask me that when I was there? Because I had proof of insurance when I bought the camper, but they never asked me. And I told them that on the phone too. I said, why didn't y'all ask me that when I was there? The guy goes, well, sometimes we fumble the ball. Any latency issues? Mr. Ted wants to know. No, sir, not at all. I didn't notice any at all. Bloody Soup says, need to try that pedal. The 90s are back. It's a great pedal. It's great. So let's see what we can do. We'll try to play a song or two. Again, I haven't had no time to come in here and practice today. So you have to bear with me. There's going to be mistakes everywhere, man. Now they got this extra pedal on the floor. I really have to be careful. All right, so I have this pedal set up for a step down. So right now this is normal. That's 440. Now I'm going to step on the pedal. Now we should be a step down. So that's a step down. So it's really cool, man. It's an amazing tool to have in your arsenal. And what will really mess you up is if you're playing along with some songs that are down. It don't matter what the tuning is, as long as it's lower than 440. But if you're playing and you got the volume turned down like I was the other day, and I could hear the music out of the speakers, it was really low, but I could hear my guitar resonate in standard, and it was it was really strange. Really strange. Okay. Let's see what we got. feel that? All right. Let's see here. Okay. Let me, now you understand what I'm talking about, how this pedal works. It's incredible, man. It's a great pedal. And let's check the chat real quick. And, okay. Let's see. Okay. So, yeah, we got some, thank you, Edwin. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. My brother, Ralph, German Butcher. Thank you, man. Says sounds great. Thank you so much. Thank you, man. Thank you for being in the chat. Bloody Soup says, love that guitar too. Thank you, man. Yeah, it's the Schecter with the Sustainiac pickup in it. And it's just it's right up my alley. This thing's bad about wanting to get some dust and stuff in it or something, so I had to spray it with deoxit before, like 3 minutes before showtime tonight. I went to go practice, and I was like, I have no sound, and I wiggled the selector switch and the the volume knob, and I heard it go zzz, zzz. I was like, oh, no. So thankfully, I had some deoxit on hand and sprayed it, and it's fine now. For now, anyway. Who knows what'll happen later, but right now it's okay. Thank you, Mickey. Thank you. Thank you. Dark Horse, thanks, man. Thank you very much. Bloody Soup, thank you, sir. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying with this pedal. I've always wanted to play some Crew songs. I love Montley Crew. And, ooh, you heard that pop? That was my thumb. Usually they're a whole step down. And so I always stayed away from it because I was like, well, I'm not putting my guitar a whole step down with a Floyd on it. That's just a nightmare. So I said, nah, man, I ain't and then I got this pedal and I was like, man, I need to work on some Crew, man. And their stuff is it's not bad. It's man, my hat's off to Mick Mars, man. I don't know what all happened. I know he had to kind of retire because of his health condition. And I wasn't there when the meeting took place, when they kind of had the falling out with Mick. I don't know all the ins and outs of it, so I can't speak on it. I didn't even research it, but I think when all the legalities fell down, I think Mick Mars came out the victor on that. I'm not quite sure if they were trying to shaft him out of his royalties or what. But that was sad how that went down. But man, big props to Mick Mars for writing some amazing riffs and amazing songs. And damn, it's just, and being a step down, it really helps with that music. And here we go, Rod, just right there. Rod says, I don't think Mick Mars got enough credit for his style of playing. That's right. Yeah, he's always very underrated. I don't know why. Because a lot of times, man, less is more. And I'm not saying that in a demeaning kind of way at all. But his stuff works, man. It works. Edwin, you crazy. You something else, Edwin. He said, oh my gosh. Thank you, Larry. Larry gives the horns. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, brother. Thank you very much. Okay. Ted Fair says that that's a great pedal. I have the DigiTech DT pedal. My only complaint is that the size of the Samsonite suitcase. Speaking of back in the day, Samsonite. How tough is your luggage? Yeah, I remember that. Oh, my God. Thank you, Mr. Nugent. Thank you very much, man. Thank you so much for those kind words. Thank you. Let's see here. Dave Organ says, I'm looking to buy a Kramer Pacer Classic soon. They are super cheap. Yeah, and those are good to upgrade as well. Yeah. Yeah, man. Great guitars. Kramers are really good, man. Hey, Max Server, I think is what it said. Hey, how are you, man? Give Max a round of applause. He said, Mick made some amazing riffage. Yes, he did. Yes. Dark Horse concurs. Mick Mars is the shit. Yeah, he's amazing, man. I mean, people can say what they want about Mick Mars, but he, like I said, his contribution to that is amazing. Amazing. So now, with that being said, let me hop back up here, and now we're going to show you how easy it is to go from a step down back to standard. All it is the click of a button. That's the step down. Now the pedal's off. Ain't that something? That's crazy, man. It's crazy, but it's amazing.
You know I'm a dreamer, but my heart's of gold. I had to run away high, so I would come home low. Just when things went right, doesn't mean they're always wrong. Just take this song, and you'll never feel left all alone. Take me to your heart, feel me in your bones.
Yeah. That's the one song that's in standard. With Montley Crew. Look at they're getting all tangled up already. I love that song. So, with that being said, you can go back and forth. Whatever you want to do. Half a step, whole step, whatever. You know, and it makes everything really easy, man. Let's see here. Let me go back up. Yes, it is an awesome pedal for sure. Yeah. Absolutely, man. And it's a lot of fun. And it, you know, yeah, it's a little pricey, but look what you can do with it, man. I mean, I'd rather pay that than have to have a separate guitar on the side tuned to a certain key or whatever. You don't have to do that. You can play your favorite guitar and engage that pedal. And there you go. Love this song, Mr. Nugent says. Yeah, that's an amazing song. Great song. And I love playing a lot of tunes on this channel. I think some people that pass by this channel and they see that, they I don't know, I think they're kind of, I don't know how people feel. But on this channel, I play some live music. And I think that's what a guitar channel is supposed to do. You know, it's good to talk about guitars, yes, absolutely. But it's also good to play guitars. That's what we're doing here. So, yeah. Thank you, Edwin. Appreciate that. Applause for a kind comment. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's see. Ted Ferris says, great to hear all these Montley Crew songs. It sounds like I'm listening to the soundtrack to a movie, Hot Tub Time Machine. That is a great movie. I was late to the game with that movie. I saw it earlier this year, believe it or not. I'm not kidding. I saw it. That movie's old as hell, and I watched it for the first time earlier this year. What a fantastic movie. I love time travel stuff. Of course, Back to the Future being my number one favorite time travel movie, but as you can see in the movie poster frame behind me, and the flux capacitor fluxing on the wall back there, if you haven't noticed that. Let's see. Rod comments. He says that that pedal really opens up the door to a lot of music. Yes. Yes. That's a great point, Mr. Rod. Great point. That's exactly what I thought too, man. Mickey says, this is some good boop. That ain't right. Where's my, where is it at? Yeah, Mickey says, this is some good That sounds more authentic. Yeah. Thank you, Mickey. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see. Yeah. Larry, work less, enjoy life more. He says, heck yeah, BTTF, Back to the Future. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And that's the movie right there. I mean, is there another great time travel movie? I'll leave that up to y'all to discuss in the chat. Michael Curtis, do you know Same Old Situation by Montley Crew? It's funny you should say that. Well, we can try. Mr. Curtis, how about that? If I can get this chair to cooperate. It's done good so far. All right. All right. Let me see. We got to put the pedal back, engage the pedal. All right, this is for Michael Curtis here. All right. Okay. Oh, man. Let's see here. Let me see what we got here. Let me go back up. As soon as I can get this cursor to work. Here we go. Let's see. Yeah, man. Edwin Crane says, Back to the Future got me into Ibanez. Oh, that's right. Because they were, what was that? When he was warming up in the gym, when he was still in 1985, and they were going to do the, damn, that's a great trivia question. What did he say the name of their band was, Marty? When they went to audition and Huey Lewis held up the microphone and said, "I'm sorry, boys, you're just too loud." What did he say the name of the band was? Damn. We'll see if anybody knows the answer. Larry, work less, enjoy life more, says my ultimate bucket list is to own a DeLorean. Hey, man, they're out there. I know you've seen the videos. I'm sure you have. I have, where people have regular DeLoreans and people that you can order those things custom made. I'm sure you know that. Like Back to the Future. I would love that. I would love that. That would be so cool, would it not? Michael Curtis, there you go. He says, the applause is for me. Why, thank you. Yeah, man. Yeah, there you go. Here's another one for you. Edwin Crane said because of Back to the Future, it got him into Ibanez guitars and skateboards. Same here, man. When I seen Marty get on the hang on the back of that truck in the Burger King drive-thru, and he did that stop. No, that was when he was already went back in time. No sparks came up. I ended up taking the stopper off my skateboard. My buddy did. It wasn't me. It was my buddy Ralph. He did, and he put a piece of metal, a little piece of metal flange or whatever on the back. And when he went to stop, we would skateboard at night in the neighborhood, and them sparks be flying out. And we was like, "Yeah, Marty McFly." We thought that was so cool, man. And we were 15, man. That movie came out in '85. So, you know. Let's see. Let me see here. Rod says he works with a guy who drives a DeLorean. Wow. How cool is that? How cool is that? Yeah, I've seen him on the road, man, from time to time. I mean, I really have. I've seen one that was fixed up like the Back to the Future DeLorean, and I was like, I was heading to work one day. I think it was last year. That thing that came by, and I said, "Damn!" I didn't have my phone ready to record. I guess he was going 88 almost, maybe 87. I don't know. I didn't see any flames on the road, so. Let's see. Michael Curtis comments. He goes, "Awesome, Joe. That was cool. That's probably my favorite Montley Crew song." Yes, it does have a cool vibe to it, man. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, Huey Lewis played a cameo, Bloody Soup. Yeah, in Back to the Future. If you watch that, you could probably get on YouTube and see that part where Marty auditions. And Huey stands up with the megaphone and says, "I'm sorry, boys, but you're just too darn loud." That's Huey Lewis. And I want to say the guy sitting beside him is his guitar player. I want to say. It looked like him. But, let's see here. Let's see. Let me go. Oh, man. You got it, Ralph. That's it. Pinheads. That was the name of the group, man. When Marty said, "We're the Pinheads." That's right. And I'm sitting there going, even back then, I thought, could they not have a better name? It's so stupid. That name was lame, man. But, you know, whatever. It was a movie. They didn't put much thought into the name, did they? Let's see. Yeah, Pinheads is correct. Yeah. Mr. Ted Fair says, "Back in the day, I thought Marty McFly's Toyota truck was badass." I still think that truck's awesome. And there is some diehard Back to the Future fans. They go to these conventions, man, and they have those trucks fixed up just like that, man. I still think that truck looks good. And, man, there's actually companies out there that make those trucks just like that. Hell yeah. If I had the money, that'd be, that's exactly what I would, that's the pickup truck I would have custom made, or I'd order it, whatever. Yeah. And, yeah, I love that truck. Yeah, Rod says it's still badass. Yeah, I love that truck, man. Jimmy Z, he says that, Chris Hayes, yeah, actually a badass guitar player. He is. And there's quite a few interviews floating around on YouTube with him being interviewed. I've seen on a couple of channels. I think that's him. I think it's Chris Hayes that's sitting. I don't know if it's to Huey Lewis's right-hand side. It's the guy with the black hair. It's kind of parted or feathered or something. But I think that's Chris Hayes. I think he's sitting there with his arms crossed. I think that's him. I'd have to go back and look at the footage, but yeah, I think that's him. But yeah, I love that movie, man. I love that movie. That's a movie you ever I know you know what I'm talking about. Everybody's got those movies they could watch over and over, and you never get tired of them. You know the outcome, you know the cliff, you know what the cliffhanger, you know what's coming, but you still watch it. And that's one of those movies I can watch and never get tired of it. I didn't really care for 2 and 3 that much. Back to the Future 2 and 3, they were good, but I don't know. It's something, it didn't grab me like the first one did. That's just me. Let's see. Gotta get back in time. Yeah, that's right. That's a good song. Never tried to play it. Jimmy Z said, I had some stompers back in the day that looked just like that truck. Yeah. I like it because on the roof, man, it's got the lights. Those, well, the KC lights or something up top. And I've always wanted a truck with lights on the top like that, especially out here, man. Out here in the dang sticks, man. Coming home from work and it's dark, you got to have some extra lights. All these deer out here. Really? Michael Curtis says he likes Back to the Future 3, but not 2. Yeah. If I had to choose between both of those, I would go with 3. I just didn't like, I didn't like the way that 2 went with Biff having everything and treating as Marty's mom. Of course, that was an alternate timeline. But I guess it just showed what could have been, right? I like when what was that principal's name? For somebody who likes Back to the Future, I don't know anything about it, but that principal, when on Back to the Future 2, Marty went to go try to see what was going on because he was an alternate 1985, and that principal was on his porch and he had those straps with those shotgun shells, and he was shooting at those kids going by. I said, "Damn." It was hilarious, man. It was absolutely hilarious. That's the damn principal, whatever his name, he ain't taking no junk. Leo Metal Guy, what's going on, man? How are you doing, man? How are you, sir? I hope you're doing well, man. Oh, man, let's see. I'm trying to get this rearranged here. I don't hear it thundering no more. Maybe it passed by. I don't know. Let's see. Yes. Thank you, Leo. Mr. Strickland, Principal Strickland. Yes, thank you. That's it. Yeah, Principal Strickland turned into Rambo in Back to the Future 2, didn't he? Heck yeah, he wasn't playing around. And Marty took off running. Hell, I would have too. But, yeah, great movie, man. I love that movie. Great music from that time. Great movies from the 80s. Come on, man. God dang. But so we're still a step down. Let me go cut this pedal off. Should be back to standard now. Yeah, man. There we go. So that DigiTech drop pedal is the S. It's the stuff, man. Let's see. Ted Fair said, always loved the cameo appearance of ZZ Top. Yeah. Yeah, when they were on the Back to Future 3, yeah. Discipline, son, discipline. Leo, yeah, I hear you. I had to do a double take. I said, does that say disciple? I'm away from the screen a little bit, as you can tell. Yeah. Great movie. Let's see. I'm trying to see what Bloody Soup is saying here. I saw a documentary on Back to the Future, and some of the cast was different and filmed, and they decided Michael J. Fox and others were inserted in the shot again. Okay, yeah, so, yeah, Eric Stoltz was originally slated to do Marty McFly. And if you don't know who that is, he's the guy that, he's been in a lot of stuff, but he's, the one thing I remember him in is that movie Mask. Remember that back in the day with Cher and Sam Elliott? And, but they say Eric Stoltz, there's footage on YouTube floating around where you see some of the scenes that were shot with Eric Stoltz and Doc Brown. And they said he was just too much of a serious actor. I think they called him a method actor. And it just wasn't working. So they cut him loose and brought in Michael J. Fox, which I think Michael J. Fox was the original pick, but he was entangled with family ties, and they finally worked something out. So, Eric Stoltz still got paid. He still got paid, even though he wasn't in the movie, because he signed a contract, so they still had to pay him his money. So that guy, people can say what they want, but he was laughing all the way to the bank. He still got his huge paycheck. He just wasn't known for that movie, except for many years later when it leaked out that he was, he was first slated to be in it, but it didn't pan out. I remember seeing something about that. They interviewed the gentleman that plays Biff. I forget his name. He was on a podcast a couple of years ago. I was listening, and he was talking about the scene in the diner when Marty goes in there and has an altercation with Biff for the first time, and Marty pushes Biff and all that stuff. Well, when that scene was shot with Eric Stoltz, when Eric Stoltz went to push Biff, and that guy's a big dude, Eric Stoltz really pushed him really hard, and that guy said, "Hey, man, take it easy. This is a movie, calm down." And Eric Stoltz, he told everybody to call him Marty while they were filming. To me, that's weird. Like, dude, I know you're in character, but come on, man. When they say cut, you're not in character no more. But this guy took it way too far. But the guy that played Biff, Eric Stoltz pushed him hard again. Man, Biff got a hold of him, and he messed him up. That's what the guy said. What Biff said on the podcast. I said, damn, he's a big guy, man. So he told him not to do it. He warned him twice. So Jimmy Z, he says, Joe, here's your homework for the week. Write an original called Save the Clock Tower. Yeah. Save the Clock Tower. I'm sure that's already been done, my friend, with some other hardcore Back to the Future fans. But that would be fun to do. And see, that's a movie I've never seen. I've only seen bits and pieces of Pulp Fiction. Eric Stoltz was amazing in Pulp Fiction. I've never seen that movie. Can you believe that? There's some classic movies out there I've never seen. That movie just, you have to forgive me, that movie just looked weird as hell to me, so I just never watched it. Never watched it. Oh, here's a quote Leo says from Animal House, another movie I never seen. Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son. Yeah, I only seen bits and pieces of that movie. I'm not crazy about college movies. I'm not crazy about westerns or military movies. I know that sounds crazy, but let's see. Michael Curtis says, have you seen the YouTube clip of Biff singing a song about how all the other actors were in terms of their personality and all that? No, I have not. I have not seen that. I've watched a couple of the, what do you call those things, man, they have every year, those Comic Cons or whatever. I've seen some where fans have recorded that and put it on YouTube. I've watched some of that sometimes. And see some of the question and answers that people ask, and some of the people ask the dumbest questions, man. I mean, they just, at the end of the day, these actors, they're just ordinary people. They just have really good jobs, and so some people just, I don't know, they think they're talking to their characters and, you know, they're real. I'm like, y'all need to calm down. This is a movie. But anyway, hey, it makes them feel good. It makes them feel good. Michael Curtis, can I post a link in here? It probably won't let you, man, unless you have a wrench. And I need to set up some moderators in here, because I don't think we really have too many. I'm trying to see here. Edwin Crane shares my sentiment. He goes, watch some of parts of Pulp Fiction, didn't like it. Yeah, I didn't either. It just didn't click with me. I don't know. Let me see if I can. No. I have to. Maybe I can do it on my phone. I don't know. Let's see. Let me turn my phone down. I need to hand out some wrenches here. I can't make everybody a moderator. That's a little overkill. I've seen live streams where everybody has a wrench, and I'm like, damn. I'm like, that's a little too much. So, within reason, if anybody wants a wrench, let me know in the chat. But before I hand out any wrenches, I have to know that people are going to do the job. I can't stand people that have wrenches and some crazy shit goes on in the chat and nobody does nothing about it. And I'm like, well, why the hell do they have a wrench then? You know. Let's see. Michael Curtis, I need to give you a wrench. You can post a link in here, I think. Let's see. Jimmy Z says, I think Eric Stoltz was fantastic in a lot of good movies, but yeah, I totally can not see him in being Marty McFly. Yeah, it's Michael J. Fox was made for that role. Yes, absolutely. He was, man. He was absolutely, I mean, he was born for that role. I mean, my favorite show growing up, man, was always Family Ties. Let me turn my volume down on my phone. Let me see. I'm going to have to go into the stream on my phone. What the hell is that? World? Let's see. See if I can access the access this here. We got okay, here we go. Let's see if I can do this. All right. Let's see. Okay. Who else said? Edwin Crane. I thought Edwin was already, but it's been so long since I've done any of this. Let me see here. Yeah, I can only add it with being on my phone. Ain't that weird? Let's see. Let's see here. All right, let me look on the chat on the screen here, because it's acting weird. Let me go up here and look. Damn, right when I get this thing fixed, it acts stupid. Leo Metal Guy. He says that, have I installed the flux capacitor in the new camper? No, sir, I haven't done that. No, I haven't done that. It would be cool, but no, sir, I haven't done that. Edwin, Bloody Suit. Hey, there's Blue Monks. Hey, man, how are you? No, I don't want to wrench Blue Monk. That's fine. I was just saying if a couple of people did, because I don't really have many moderators in here. And there's been times in the past where There's been some crazy stuff going on. Let's see. Anybody else? Last call for wrenches. Anybody else? I will not ask this again. Rod, how do you get, oops, it just jumped on me. No, Michael, you're not. Let me give him a wrench. I meant to give him one so he could post a link. I'm sorry. Let's see. Sorry, Michael, I meant to do that first. Okay, there you go. I apologize. And, let's see here. No, dude, you didn't slow nothing down. Not at all. Let me see what this thing moved. Rod says, how do you get stereo? Oh, okay. That's a, stereo. There's a few things. Now, of course, my main tone, if you look in the, description of this stream, you'll see where I'm using the link for the Tank G, which I'm using that. And coming out of the Tank G, I'm going into a pedal board. In front of the Tank G, even though everything's on the same board, but in front of the Tank G, you know, pretend that the Tank G is your amp. So you want to have certain pedals in front of your amp, right? And that's just going to work well with that. But, after the Tank G is your time-based effects. So I got a Boss DD5, which is the ping pong delay that you hear, and then the Mimic, which is a doubler, and then the double tracker by Mr. Black. And then I'm coming left and right out of that double tracker, and it's going into this Rodecaster Pro 2, and this Rodecaster Pro 2 is coming out USB into the laptop. But the Rodecaster Pro 2 is set up for stereo as well. So all this stuff has to be linked up in stereo to get that sound that you hear. And that's what's making this stereo. Yes. And but yeah, it makes a big difference, man. Let's see. Yes, Blue Monk says, yeah, I've seen channels get spammed with garbage. Yeah, same here. And that's happened here too. So I figured if there's a few moderators in there, because some people will tune in for like the first 30 minutes of the show. Some people tune in for the first 5 minutes. And then we got the hardcore fans that are here the whole time, and which is fantastic. So it's just nice to have somebody that can moderate things if some weirdos come in here, because half the time I'm playing music and I can't do all that. Jimmy Z says, I'll grab one, Joe, if you need an. Okay, that's cool, man. Who else said, let's see, Jimmy Z, standard moderator. Didn't, let's see. Yeah, Dark Horse, yeah, we'll make him one too, man. He's solid. Who else? I wanted to add, who else? I forgot. What's his name? I got to go back up and find him. Let's see. And what's his name? Way up top. He might have left already, which is fine. No big deal. Oh man, let's see. There he is. There we go. I found him. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so what we're talking about, Mickey, is when you see the people's name lit up in blue with the wrenches beside their name, looks like a little blue wrench, they're considered a moderator. And now they have the full power to handle any funny business, right? So if there's a... Yes, Dark Horse, I gave you one, brother. Yes. And so if somebody comes in here that's never really, been on this channel as far as being in the chat and somebody's acting out or being rude, then somebody with the wrench can boot that person out of here. They can ban them. And that's exactly what I want done. You know, I don't believe in that timeout stuff. We're all adults here. So if somebody comes in here and starts showing their ass, well, I'm going to show them the door. That's just how I work. You know, I try to keep things professional as I can, and I have a good show, and I don't need somebody coming in here and act a fool. So that's why I set wrenches out. Yes. Yeah, man. And it's just, it's just a good thing to have. Greasy Monkey, is he here? Let's see. I haven't seen him. I mean, I have, but is he still here? Oh, here we go. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see that, Greasy. Here we go. Okay, there we go. Do I know any Ace Frehley? Damn, no, I don't. I wish I did. I know some Kiss, but as far as Ace Frehley solo stuff, no, I haven't. I do not. I should, but I don't. Let's see here. Let's see here. Bloody Soup says about a month ago, there was a knucklehead in here. Yeah, it hasn't happened a lot, but it has in the past. Every once in a while you get some of that going on. Jimmy Z says, yeah. Okay, cool, man. Yeah, we can do some Kiss, man. We can try that if y'all want. Let's see here. See if I can get this chat to move. Damn, this thing acts stupid. Let's see. Yeah, man, I got it. Yeah, I got it, Blue Monks. Yeah, that's it. Like I said, that was the only time I'm going to do that. Yeah. Yeah, man. Kiss is half a step down. Yes, that's true. But when you buy these backing tracks, you have the option to put the tuning a half a step up or half a step down or whatever. So in the past, whenever things were half a step down, I would bump it a step up to being standard. So I could I wouldn't have to tune the guitar. Yeah. Let's see. Lick It Up. I don't have the I have the backing track, but not on here. Vinnie Vincent. Yeah, that was actually a really good song. Really, really good song. And Vinnie Vincent actually helped write a lot of songs for them. Lord. My wife sent me a picture of a possum out there eating the cat food on the porch. She took his picture and he's looking right at her like, oh my God. And let's see. What do we got, man? Do I still have that on here? I swapped some songs out for, oh man. Yeah, I swapped some songs out. Okay. We can do this one here. That's the closest thing to Ace Frehley we're going to get, really. So, oh man. All right, we standard? Okay. Yeah, man. So let's see what we got here. Oh, yeah. Classic. Classic. Let's see. I remember when that album came out. And let's see. I'll go back to the chat a little bit. Yeah, when that album came out, was it Stick It To You? Is that the name of that album? Slaughter? I love that album. That album is great. Thank God for apps like YouTube Music and all that. You can get all those songs, man, those albums, and man, it takes me right back to that stuff. Let's see. Edwin says we were talking about Kiss a minute ago. The last time I went to the Omni was all original Kiss in the mid-90s. So that must have been a reunion. Yeah. Yeah, that's one group I never went and seen was Kiss. I never saw them. And I always liked them, but let's see here. Okay. Let's see, man. Yeah, Mark St. John, he wasn't there for long. He had a very tumultuous life, too. Sad ending. Yeah, I saw some things on him on YouTube a while back, and didn't he have some kind of hand disorder or something that was going on when he was with Kiss, and then he got let go? Am I thinking about the right member? And he kept trying to go on and have some bands and all, but it just didn't work out. I think he got really messed up on drugs, I think, if that's the same gentleman I'm thinking about. Yeah, it's sad. Let's see here. Let's see. Eric Carr had the worst deal. Yeah, that was sad too, man. He was so excited to get that gig, and he was doing really good, and he got stricken with some kind of disease, I think. Very sad. Young and ready to rock, man, and things just didn't work out. Be glad that we're here, y'all, you know? Be glad that we're here. Let's see. Let me go to the bottom and go back up. Let's see. Let's see. Blue Monks. Let's see what you got to say, man. Mr. Blue Monks. He says, Joe, I have also set up my GX100 to tune down and also to mimic a trance trim. Some people say it doesn't track right, but my ear is not good enough to tell. Seems fine to me. That's awesome, man. And that's the only way to do to deal with things like that is just to get in there and mingle with it, man. And if it sounds right to you, then that's all that matters. I mean, you know, you're having fun and it's working for you, man. That's awesome. I'm glad to read that somebody is messing with their gear and discovering it and unlocking its potential, you know. Let me see. Let me go. Let's see. Jimmy Z chimes in. He says, yeah, Slaughter was so badass. Speaking of old Vinny. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, I didn't realize Vinny was that difficult to work with back then until I heard some interviews with Mark Slaughter a few years ago. I went down this wormhole with Vinnie Vincent a few years back. Just, I don't know why. Just something to check out. I do like that first Vinnie Vincent album, the self-titled debut. I like it. It was good. But the singer, something happened right off the bat with that. The guy that recorded the vocals, things just didn't go well with him and Vinny, and he split, and I think that's when Mark Slaughter came in. And Vinnie Vincent, very talented, but from what the stuff I've seen on YouTube, very difficult to work with. Let me see. Let's see here. Bloody Soup. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. Very kind. Thank you, Rod. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you, Jimmy. That's nice, man. Thank you. Yeah, it's fun to play with this setup, man. It's always been my dream to have some decent sound when you play live on the internet, because that's the only stage I have, or this, I should say. It's the only stage I have. So, yeah. So thank y'all for being here, man. I appreciate that very much. Yeah. Yeah, it's let's see. Dark Horse wants some Ozzy. I only have one Ozzy song. But I will get to that, Dark Horse. Greasy Monkey says, didn't he have heart cancer? Who was that? I don't know. Some of these comments I can't get right away, so you might have to put a keyword in there of a person, and that way I'll know what you mean, if you don't mind. Please, sir. What is this? Jimmy Z says, Vinnie Vincent is 8 different types of nuts. Hey, look, I let the chat have the direction of the show. The chat takes the show in whatever direction it's going. I mean, y'all are just as important as anybody on this live stream. I'm just here trying to keep things rolling, but the chat is what really is what's driving the ship, to tell you the truth. Yeah, I don't want to publicly say Vinny is crazy. I mean, I guess I already did. I don't mean that. I don't know the man, but I mean, there's too many things out there that lean toward that direction that he was just difficult to work with, and there's a book, I'll touch on this really quick. There's a book out there, an audio book called Power Chord, and I mean like this power chord. That's what it's talking about. That's what it's referring to. But it's a book about a guy that goes around, and he's married, and his wife is getting ready. They're trying to have kids, and she finally, that finally happens. He's got like 9 months to go around to track down his favorite guitar players from the 80s. So this guy's like our age, right? And he tracks down certain ones, and he goes to find Vinnie Vincent, and there's not a lot of stuff on the internet about Vinnie Vincent. And this is what was in the book. I mean, he talks about all kind of guitar players, but Vinnie was one that he wanted to interview, and he just never could, because Vinnie was very secluded until, what was it, about 4 or 5 years ago? He came out to that Kiss Expo or something in Atlanta. Still, I was very confused when I saw Vinnie. I was like, what is going on here? But anyway, he said in that book, he said that Vinnie had some, I guess, some demons, some bad luck. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. And it's a great audiobook, Power Chord. If you're a guitar lover like we all are here, I would highly suggest that audiobook from Audible. I'm not sponsored. It's just a fantastic book. But yeah. Oh, Eric Carr. Greasy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, sir. I don't know. I need to research that, sir. I don't know. Dark Horse, what's he say? Joe needs to be playing stadiums. Oh, man. I am. I'm playing a stadium right here. The stadium, this little room is our pretend stadium, yeah. and y'all were here. What's Rod say? Do Right Candy. Oh man, I don't think I have it on here. I don't think I have it. I did have it, and I swapped it out. I'll look though. Let me see. I don't think I have it. No, I do not. While we're waiting. I do not have it. I'm sorry. But I can do the riff. Fantastic song. Montrose. Sammy Hagar. Sammy Hagar said Ronnie Montrose was a hard guy to work with. Yeah, he sure did. Mr. Mick chimes in. Anyone here try the new Tone X Brown Sound 78-79 collection? I have not. Wow. That's awesome. Let's see. Blue Mox answers. He says, Mr. Mick, I think the Tone X sounds great, but I refuse to go through their insane login system for updates and everyday kind of thing. Yeah, that's something I noticed with, now not this product. I haven't messed with this product here that he's talking about, but I've noticed that as the years have went by on certain things like that. You ever notice it's hard, like especially with an app or something like that, they want you to pay by the month. You can't just buy it and have it for forever. People want you to pay something every month to use something. And I'm like, dang, it's crazy. It's like when I make my thumbnails, I use an app called Canva, Canva. I have to pay for that every month. And that way they can get money from you forever. It's not just a one and done kind of deal. And I always hated that. Yeah, I always hated that, you know. And it used to be you could buy something and that was it. Not anymore. Not anymore, man. Mr. Mick, yes, I did. Did you not get one? Or were you not here? Oops, a little feedback there. A little feedback there on the headphone getting too close. Too close to the microphone. But yeah, so let's see. Dark Horse wanted some. Did you want some Ozzy? Okay. Let me see. Yeah, Bloody Soup says we are definitely a monthly billing society. Yeah. Yeah, that's the big companies doing that, man. You know, and it's that's another reason why I like to buy pedals. When you get pedals, you don't have to worry about updates and stuff like that. Now you know, with some things you do, but just your regular pedals, man, you ain't got to worry about none of that. You buy a pedal, it's done. Now this Rodecaster Pro 2, it'll have updates on it from time to time, and there's nothing I can do about it. If this is a main part of my setup, so I have to, when an update comes up, I have to do it. And it can be a pain, but what are you going to do? You know, what are you going to do? So technology has its good points and bad points.
Times have changed and times are strange. Here I that's right.
More to come. Let's check out the what's that now? Guitar Chorus, thank you, man. He said I'll be your guitar tech. Yeah, that sounds good to me, man. Let's see. Yeah, it's always fun to daydream, man. When I was younger, I always wanted to be in a successful band or something like that. But you get a little older and opportunities may present themselves and some don't, and then you have a family, and you got to do what you got to do. So it's always good that when I put this guitar on and I'm playing, it still puts me back in that mindset when I was a teenager, even though, look, big deal, man. I wasn't in a band, a successful band. Who cares? That's not what it's always about, man. And I think there's different things in life that are more important than that, And I'm not just saying that. That's not just a cop-out. That's just in tune, thanks to the TC Electronic Polytune. It's just the way it goes, man, We all make choices, and that's it. Let's see. Thank you, man. I'm trying to go back through some of this. Thank you, Blue Monks. Thank you. That's very kind of you, man. Thank you. Yeah. I guess so, right? Yeah. I kind of, I really appreciate y'all being here and being in my corner for this few hours. I really appreciate that, man. I look forward to this. I really, really do. I'm not kidding. It's nice to talk to some friends every weekend. If it was a perfect world, I would be on here a lot more often, but got to pay the bills, man. But that's just the way it goes, and that's okay. This is better than nothing, So, let's see if we can find any more. Let's see. Ted Fair. What's going on, brother man? He says, I really like when you play Up All Night by Slaughter. Yeah, we played that. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. Blue Monks, thank you, man. Very kind, man. Thank you. Very, very kind. But yeah, man, I can remember, this is going to sound crazy, but it's the truth. I was newly married. I was, God, how old was I? I got to think about this. I'm getting old. 22. Damn. 22. And this is when it hit me. We were renting this old house in Charlotte. This old landlady. And it was a big yard too, and I remember I was out there and I had I think it was back in the day when I had the CD, remember the personal CD players that took headphones and you could have them on your hip, and I had one of those on, and I was pushing a mower because Lord knows I didn't have a ride mower. I was 22 years old. I was doing good to pay my electric bill and all the other bills. I was always late on my rent, all that, just young and trying to find my way. But I was cutting the grass. I remember I was on the front part of the yard. It was hot. I was out there pushing the mower, and I was listening to whatever CD I had at the time. I don't remember. But I remember it dawned on me for some reason in that moment. And I was like, well, the music thing, that's it. It's over. It's gone. Now, that doesn't mean I couldn't play guitar anymore, but as far as chasing that, or even the thought of chasing that dream was over. because now I had a family. You know, I had a little boy. He was only 2 years old at the time, and now he'll be 35 this year. That's so hard to imagine. My other child, my stepdaughter, she'll be 36, and so I got 2 kids, and they're grown. They got their own families, and it's just me and my wife here. But I still remember that day. I don't know why, but I still remember when that thought entered my mind, and I was like, well, you know, I was still in a little band with some guys at the time, but and they were great guys, fantastic guys. And I was learning a lot too. I didn't, you know, I was doing good to play little bull crap things on guitar back then. I wasn't really that good. But at that moment, I thought I was good enough, but I wasn't. When I look back on it now, hell no. But the guys I was in a band with, they were really nice, but it wasn't going anywhere. It was just, you know, I think they had big aspirations as well, and then life hit you like a ton of bricks on some cases. It's like, nah, man, that ain't gonna happen. So, and the only thing, it was a great experience being with those guys, but everything we played was originals. That's where it was wrong from the get-go. It was all original music, and you can't do that. I learned the hard way on that one. You can't go out with a band and play all original music. I'm not saying you can't. You can, I guess, but it doesn't go. For me, it didn't go over. I could see it I could see it out in the crowd. I could see it in the crowd, like there was a crowd, like 5 people, and they were just kind of like, you know, what song is this? So you got to play covers, man. You got to play things people know. And then after you establish yourself, then you can sneak in an original here and there. Thank you, Edwin. Thank you, man. Really nice. Thank you. I just remember that day, man, for whatever reason. There's certain things in life that I remember. And usually there's a song to go with that memory. You know, certain songs will take you back in your life, to certain moments in your life, right? Well, there's no song that goes with that memory. Because I don't recall a song. You know, I don't know. Blank Nobody. What's going on, man? How you doing? Welcome. Oops. Hit the thing. Sorry about that. Blank Nobody. If music is original, it's got to be truly great songs. That's true. I agree. That's right. They have to be great songs. They can't be cheesy songs. Just like Van Halen, Bloody Soup said, there's an interview out now with Michael Anthony on YouTube, and the stuff he says is not something we don't already know. If you're a Van Halen fan, the stuff he talks about is old news, really. But it's making its rounds on YouTube for whatever reason, which is great. There's no other voice of Van Halen except, of course, Sammy, but Michael actually sat down for this interview, so that was nice. And all these guys are getting older, man, so it's hard to hear anything. But even Michael Anthony said when they were doing their thing, they played all covers when they were starting off, and they played the clubs for years before they got their big break, And, But yeah, when you're starting out, we were young, man. We were starting out, and I was with those guys. It was nothing but originals. There was no covers at all, nothing. And I was like, I look back on it now. I'm like, why is that? Is it because maybe they couldn't sing certain songs from cover songs? I don't know. I didn't think about it in that way back then. I was just happy to be in a band playing with somebody, playing music with people. I was just tickled to death to do that. But, it's just it was an experience, and I did learn. Like I said, hindsight's 20/20, but it was fun. It was a fun experience. Edwin Crane says, funny thing is I got on TV and radio playing at church. I wanted to do that with my vision. Never happened. I understand, man. And, it's not the end of the world. You can still get on here and on your YouTube channel and play and talk to people. At least there's that, right? Dave Orkin says, I love playing and writing originals. Did it for years, traveling, never played covers. That's awesome. That's awesome. I've wrote some originals myself, but not just a handful. But I never had. I never was able to have an opportunity to go past just doing it myself here in the music room. But that's cool, man. Let's see. Rod says that I don't even know how I found this channel. Glad I did, though. Thank you, Rod. I don't either, but I'm glad you did. And for all, if there's any new people, thank you. Dave says, Joe, I'll send some stuff I did. Sure, yeah, I don't mind listening to nothing, man. Now, are you singing on it? Or is it just instrumental? Or is it with a full band? I'm just curious. But, yeah, I was just in a handful of bands, man. I can count on one hand how many bands I was in my life. But they were great learning experiences. I mean, the last band I was in, which was, golly, many years ago now, that's where I learned the most. And the reason I say that, full band, no singing. Okay. The reason I say that is because this is what my opinion. Now, y'all can chime in the chat, and you can agree, you can disagree, whatever you want to do. But I feel if you're wanting, it doesn't matter if you're just jamming with somebody or you're in a full, you're putting a band together or whatever. I gotta turn this necklace is driving me crazy. Hang on just a minute. These things get twisted up when I start playing and moving around. But the whole trick is play with people that are better than you. Don't play with somebody. And I don't mean this I'm not trying to sound cruel or mean. I'm just being honest. Okay? I'm just being real with you. Whatever level you're at. Let's say that and I'm just saying this for an example, okay? Let's say you're somebody that plays cowboy chords. And that's it. You don't really do much more than that. Your coordination is good. You can change from chord to chord really well. You know what I mean? Then you want to play with somebody that's a little bit better than that. And the reason I say that is you're going to learn. If you play with somebody that's just starting out and, in a certain situation like a band or whatever, you're not going to get anywhere and it's going to be a waste of time. And you're going to get very frustrated very quickly. So, but if you can get with somebody that's on a better playing level, more than likely they're going to say, hey, man, here, let me show you this, and you can learn. Dude, I used to go to the music store all the time when I was a teenager at Reliable Music, and I didn't have any money. I didn't have crap. I had, I was teenager. I was paying a car payment, insurance, paying rent at my mom and dad's house. So I didn't have jack shit. Pardon my language. I didn't. I mean, I was just barely skating by. But I would go to the guitar store, see all the guitars hanging up back there, on their walls, and I'd see somebody sitting on they had a drum stool over there, drum throne, whatever, and somebody be playing a song, and what you're hearing in your earbuds right now, your headphones or wherever, hopefully you have earbuds or something like that to hear this in the full quality sound that it's meant to be. It would sound like this. It would, and had that panning delay and all that. And they had a rack set up with these two studio monitors, and they would set somebody right there when it was time to try out a guitar, and you would be getting this awesome wave of sound coming towards you. And you'd be like, oh my God, that sounds amazing. So I would go to the music store all the time just to watch people play, because I was wanting to learn so bad. Because I couldn't afford lessons. I didn't know anybody that gave lessons back then. I just didn't have the way I worked. You know, I worked 4 10s, go in early in the morning, work out. You know, it was just crazy back then. It's still crazy now as a grown-ass man. But I would go and watch these guys, man. Yeah, okay. I had to sit there and mess with it because I couldn't remember. I remember when I walked in. This is an example. I walked in one afternoon, and this guy, you could tell he worked. You know, back in the day, around my area where I grew up, you had an actual gas station that had garage bays, like 3 bays hooked to the same structure. So you could go there and they had full service, self-service. And if you needed your car worked on, you could, have your car, schedule an appointment, get your car worked on and all that. The guys would come out with grease on their hands, working on a car. They'd fuel your car if it was full service. And those guys always wore like those blue, I always called it gas station shirts, kind of like what Eddie wore on the Balance Tour, like what's behind me right here. I know you can't see it, but anyway. And I went into, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just don't see those types of businesses no more. Everything now is just a convenience store with a fuel island on it. But back then, I remember going into Reliable Music, and there was a guy, you could tell he worked at a gas station, maybe he's a mechanic or whatever. And he's got like I don't know if it was a Kramer or what it was, but he goes, he played that. And I thought to myself, oh my God. And I'm over here looking at guitars, and I hear this guy over at the test drive area play that. I walked right over there, and he's playing it, And I said, man, excuse me. I said, can you play that again, please? And he kind of looked, he's like, sure. Because most people that are guitar players, man, well, the way it was then, they're pretty down to earth. They're once in a while you might find a jerk, but most of people are pretty humble and pretty cool. And they're like, yeah, sure, man. And he did it. And of course, I didn't know what the hell he was doing, but he did play it again. And he showed, it's things like that. I would always go there and watch somebody play. I was trying to learn something. I was just wanting to learn so badly. And, it's I think a thing of the past now, Oh, thank you, Dave. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Let's look at the chat here. That's just a quick story about my youth, in the guitar store. Rod says, thanks for the gig bag and strap, Joe. I love this EVH Standard. Yes, you're welcome, man. Yeah, Rod bought that. If you look at the last live show I did 2 weeks ago, that guitar I was playing, Rod bought it. Yeah, he bought it. He sent me a message. And he actually commented in the chat. And I didn't know if he was serious. I didn't know if he was just joking or what. So I reached out to him, and he said, yeah, I'm serious. I said, okay. So we did the deal, man. And he's the owner of that guitar now. It's a great guitar. So yeah, he got a hell of a deal. Which that's okay. I mean, I was just, let's see. This is a great point right here. I think, is Edwin saying this? Listen to the oldest guy in the band if he's good. Yeah, that's true. I mean, for most cases, that's true. I mean, hopefully, if you're in a band, you're with people your own age. But if there's an older gentleman in there, chances are he will have the most experience. And that's the way it was in my last band. The guys, there was Walter, the main gentleman. He was older than me, but he taught me a lot. He had a lot of experience. And then Dave was a couple years older than me. I think Jeremy and I were the same age, but those two had a lot more experience. And so I learned a lot. I learned a lot from back then. I really did. Rod says that my friend Bruce Dillon was my teacher and friend and bandmate. Rest his soul. I love that man. Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Dang. Man. Yeah, time goes by quick, don't it? Man. Time goes by. Let's be glad that we're here, man. Thank God that we're here and we can enjoy life. Blue Monks, he says those cement block buildings are almost non-existent now. Yeah. You talking about the gas station deal? And the, that and the old music store I went to, they're gone. They've been gone. But either way, both of those structures are gone now. That was, whew. I never thought. Were y'all like that too when you were younger? You know, you would look at things and you would think it would be like that forever. I did. Yeah, so Edwin Crane says, Ted Nugent's one of my favorites. Yes. I thought he said one of my fans. I was like, damn. Favorites, yeah. Yeah, man. Mickey chimes in. He says, what if Eddie Van Halen was in a music store and a guy was tapping out some country tune? I think Eddie, I would think in that scenario, I think Eddie was very a down-to-earth person, I think. Of course, I never met him. And I think Eddie was, I think in the beginning when Eddie was doing the tapping thing and people started to cop it, at first, from what I remember reading, I think it pissed him off because he thought people were trying to rip off his technique. But what his brother Alex told him, he said, "Nah, man, you've inspired a whole lot of people. Imitation is the biggest form of flattery. Look what these people are doing." So Eddie had a change of heart. He was like, "Oh, well, okay, yeah, that's right." So I think after that, Eddie was cool with it. Of course, a great example of that is Vito Bratta of White Line. I mean, Vito, even though he did have his own style, it had Eddie's style of a signature kind of habits all over it. And I love White Line. You know. So, yeah. Oh, let's see. Eddie would show him how to play country. Yeah, I think Eddie would be really cool, man. I think he would be really cool and not be, I don't think he would be a jerk about it. I really don't. He'd probably sit down and jam with him. He'd probably say, "Hey, let's jam," or something, you know. Mr. Nugent Jr. says, "Sorry, Joe, jumping back and forth from your show." And, okay, cool. All right. No, not a problem, man. Not a problem. That's the beauty of YouTube, man. Yeah, let's see. I'm not going to promote any names on here. If they don't promote mine, I'm not promoting them. So, let's see. Let me see here. Mickey Settlemeyer says the neck pick and bag was recorded in '62, all tapping over a D and a 7th chord. Dang. Yeah, and the tapping thing has been around for many, 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 many years. Eddie just formulated it for what fit him and what he thought would be cool. Which I know you probably know that now, but yeah, I mean all this crazy tapping. I remember I've seen old clips of this man on an acoustic. I don't know who he was. He was doing like 8-finger tapping and stuff, and just all over the place. And I was like, "Good God!" I've never cared to go into all that. You know, like the dude from Autograph would do all this 8-finger, and then what's his name, Jeff Watson, a Night Ranger, and that's all cool and all. But when you start getting too many notes, it loses my interest. It's just my opinion. I mean, when you, okay, like neoclassical shredding, and I'm not trying to say any names. Classical shredding, it sounds okay, but I can only handle about 15 seconds of that. Because it's the thing is just, I mean, it's just, and I'm like, okay, there's no soul there, right? But if you get something like, to me, that says a lot more. That says a lot more. Even if it's just right there, just 3 notes, you know, it's just, to me, that gets me more pumped up than anything else. Just my opinion. Larry, what's going on? I had to jump off, but I'm back on now. Oh, no problem, man. Thank you for returning. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Ted Fair says, I dig the way Reb Beach taps. Oh, yeah, the way he does it and goes like up the scale. Like, I tried to learn how he done that. I was like, nah, I can't do that. I was hoping I could, but he's incredible, man. He's incredible. Reb Beach, awesome player. Winger, when that album came out, I thought it was fantastic. Fantastic album. She's only 17. Come on now. Now, she'd probably be what? My age or our age? Between 55 and 60, I guess. I don't know. But, still a great song. I mean, that's a fantastic song. Rod says that, I like to feel, the play. Yeah, the feel, not the technical aspect. Yeah. That's just me, man. You know, I mean, you don't have to play 100 mile an hour to be a great guitar player. B.B. King, there's an example right there. And then you go to the next, like 3 steps above that is Stevie Ray Vaughan. I mean, so right in the middle of those 2 styles lies a lot of cool stuff that you could obtain and learn and have a lot of fun, you know? Edward Green, she's only 71. I don't think she'd be that old. I don't think she'd be that old yet, yeah. I don't think. I would hope not. Because that would be something else, would it not? All right, let's do one for Larry. Work less, enjoy life more. This is his shirt right here for his show. Right there. Camera's this way. Work less, enjoy life more. That's Larry, man. Larry's a cool guy. Taking time to check us out. Oh. Let's see if we can get this chair to be still. It about got me on the last song. We'll see. All right.
Last night a little Rachel came home
Give me some horns in the chat if you feel that. Come on now.
I'd walk the ward for you, babe. 1,000 miles with you. I'd dry your tears of pain 1,000,000 times for you. I'd sell my soul for you, babe. For money to burn for you. I'd give you all and have nothing. Just to have you here by me. Because in the midnight hour, she cried more. With a ripple yell, she cried more. In the midnight hour, babe, more. With a ripple yell, more. Oh yeah, little baby, she want more. Oh yeah, little angel, she want more.
Yeah. I gotta get something. Just a second here. I want to show y'all something. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let me get situated. Fat man sitting down. Hang on. Okay. Oh, man. Let's see. Okay. Let's see if we can look at some of the comments. Oh, there's the horns. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. Thank you very much, man. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I remember Steve Stevens doing the guitars for Wentz when he went solo on that album Exposed. I revisited that album earlier in the year. I used to have that on CD. There was one song off there I liked, and the rest of them I just wasn't crazy about. Steve Stevens is phenomenal. But on that album, he just was just too much on the solo stuff. I was like, damn, dude, calm down. It was just everywhere. I guess Vince Neil gave him free reign or something. I don't know. But I want to show y'all something. There's a picture. Let me switch cameras. There's a picture on my shelf, and I look at it a lot when I'm playing. I don't know how good it's going to come across. It might be a glare on the glass, but the picture I'm going to show you right now, and this is the first time I've showed it off here, is my father holding me when I'm probably maybe 10 months old. Right there. That's my dad holding me when I was about 10 months old. Okay? And the reason I'm showing this picture is I have it sitting right over here to my left, and it's on the shelf. So when I'm playing, you see me looking over here a lot, and I'm looking at my father. All right? There's a reason for this. My father passed in 2020, June 16th. And that's coming up in a little over a week. All right. So I won't be on here. I'll probably be at work. So not to bring the show down, but I just wanted to share this story with you. It was on a Tuesday, right? When I got the phone call. My mom said that she had to call hospice for my father. He had a long battle with throat cancer and lung cancer. He was 74. I left the house. They were 3.5 hours away from here. I left the house. Before I could get there, I mean, I hit traffic, I hit construction, anything you could think of blocked me up. So you can imagine what all was going through my head, right? And for some reason, the human mind works in strange ways sometimes, but for whatever reason, I thought if I could get there, there would be something I could do to stop the inevitable. And, but after I found out later, I got halfway there. So I was on the road for an hour and a half. He passed. So I'm going to play this song here because the anniversary of his passing is coming up in a little over a week. And I hope you would join me in this and at least stick around for this here, I hope. And it means a lot. It means a lot. And it means a lot that y'all are here. And it just goes to show you that it doesn't matter how much time has passed. It gets a little easier to deal with, but it never goes away. And if anybody's been through this, you know what I mean. But, you know, just how it goes, man. So, this is always a hard song for me, but I want to try it. Hopefully it'll be all right, you know? So, let's give it a shot.
Never meant to cause you any sorrow. I never meant to cause you anything. All I want is to see you laughing. Only want to see you laughing in the purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain,
there you go. Well, there we go. I mean, you know, it's just one of those things for me, man, you know, that helps me deal with things. Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you, Jimmy. It's therapeutic for me. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Thank you, man. Yeah. It's just one of them things, man. And thank you, Larry. Appreciate that, man. We're gonna turn the mood around here. I just wanted to share that with y'all because it was coming up and I won't be able to be on here. Jimmy said that's a great pick, Joe. So wonderful. Great to see he's still with you always. Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, man, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. And everybody deals with things their own way, you know? What is wrong with this thing? Let's see. Okay. Yeah, let me go down to the bottom of the chat here and go back up because this thing is just being ridiculous. And thank you, Rod. Thank you. Yeah, man. Thank you, Rod. Thank you, Larry. So sorry for your loss, Joe. He's got to be proud of how you turned out. Genuinely a good dude. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Very kind. Yeah. But hey, like I said, it's you know, it's just my way of remembering him. And I'm going to put this picture back over there if you'll just bear with me for a second, because I don't want to accidentally bump into it or something. And something happened. It's the only one I got. So, you know what I mean, right? So, let me put this back here. Just 1 second. All right. Okay. Hey man, let's turn things around. Why don't we, right?
Call me the breeze. I Breeze.
Mr. Breeze. I always love that song. Always love that song. Oh, okay. Man, oh man. Let's see. Let me go back. I got a couple of comments here that popping up that I didn't see. Blue Monk says, Joe, I did not see the full camping trip video, but I hope you had a great time, brother. Yes, sir, I did. We had a wonderful time. Wonderful time, man. It was awesome. We're going again this Friday. So there won't be a show next Saturday either. So I don't know if I can go live out there or not, but we'll see, man. Let's see. Mr. Nugent Jr. chimes in. He says, great tunes. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Let's see here. Let me go down to the bottom, work my way up again. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Bloody Soup. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's always a fun song, man. Fun song. Jimmy Z says he plays a version of this song called They Call Me the Sleaze. Oh, my goodness. Man. Yeah, when this is going to sound crazy, but I didn't get into Skinner until a lot later on in my guitar playing ventures. Of course, I always heard him on the radio from time to time and this and that, but I just never really dug into them until maybe, I don't know, 10 years ago. It was longer than that. But, I mean, really, really digging into their history and all that stuff. A good friend of mine, a brother of mine, Slick Rick, he's a huge Skynyrd fan, and we talk about Skynyrd and Greg Allman a lot when we're on the phone. He'll be in his rig, I'm in mine, and talking about that stuff, and it's just great music. But Skynyrd was incredible. I actually got one of the shirts, that Ronnie Van Zant always wore. It said Showco on it. If you're a Skynyrd fan, you know what I mean. It said Showco, SHOWCO, and had like the lights around the word, like a lit up sign. It says Showco. And I found one of those shirts where, this company makes them or whatever. And on the back, it said it was the Skynyrd US and UK tour of, I think it was of 77. I think that was their last tour. But I'll be wearing that shirt pretty soon on here just to kind of show it off. I thought it was a great shirt and a great way to kind of, pay homage to them. What a horrible way that those people perished in that plane crash. And, there is a monument there at that crash site. I've never been there. I've seen it on YouTube quite a bit, but I wouldn't mind maybe checking that out one day. It'd be a cool trip. Jimmy Z says, I got Skynyrd's double platinum 2-record set when I was about 12 or 13, and man, that got me into Skynyrd. Big time. Always love their groove. Yeah, they're incredible. Incredible. Okay. Thank you, Mickey. Okay. Thank you. That was a lighting company back in the day. I didn't know that. Okay. Yes. Okay. I didn't know what that was for. I didn't know if that was like their own private deal. I didn't know that was okay. That's a trip because it says it on there, and then it has their tour on the back. Oh, that's wild, man. Jimmy Z says, sorry, that was my bad. Excuse me, says, my bad, it was gold and platinum. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of their stuff is just in the Pentatonic box, but who cares, man? I mean, that stuff is awesome, you know? And it's fun to play. Like I said, you don't have to play crazy amounts of notes to have a good. I mean, listen to that. That's just in a blues in A. Is all that is. It's very reminiscent to. It's kind of reminiscent to that, so it makes me wonder if Eddie kind of got any influence from that song, or it was just pot luck. I don't know, but you can, in my opinion. I know I don't play a lot of blues on here, or I don't. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. But to me, you can get a lot further with blues than you can anything else. I think blues stretches out to more people. So the first thing I learned when I first started playing, a lot of people have asked me this: what's the first thing you learned when you picked up a guitar? Was this. That was the first thing I learned, that little blues rhythm. And I actually heard my father play that on this little piece of crap ukulele when I was a kid. And I didn't know what was what. And I heard my father wasn't a guitar player, but he knew how to do that little lick. His brother, which was my uncle, my dad's older brother, taught him how to do that. And when I heard my dad do that, I was like, what, do that again? You know? And that didn't kickstart the bug then, but it kind of made me kind of remember that. I remember that moment. And but then I wouldn't get a first guitar until Christmas Eve of '86. But yes, Edwin says, I love happy moods in guitar. Yeah. And blues can be happy. It doesn't have to be depressing, you know. It's just a blues in that blues scale, you know. Those notes, I guess. I guess. But Jimmy Z comments, he goes, I think for years Edward was all over that A pentatonic in his stuff, Main Street, Hunt for Teacher, lots of his stuff. Yeah, and it's just fun to play in A, man. I mean, it's just it's fun. It's just fun to do. I mean, the first thing you usually learn is that A minor pentatonic. And then you have to branch out from there, right? Because you don't want to stay in that box. And, you know, you can always go an octave up from there. So from the fifth, you'd go up here. That bend was off. Like I said, I can't judge good when I'm sitting down playing. Let's see. Blue Monk says the blue note can be one of the heaviest in hard rock and metal. Yeah, it can. And it took me a long time to understand where that was at. Like, right there is a blue note. That'll be on the 6th fret G string. That's your blue note. So I always would hear Zach do this a lot. Like he would go, yeah, they would do that. But instead of doing the octave, he just slides up and hits it. And so you can mess around in A. And you can slide from 3 to 5 on that low E and hit the octave on the 5th on the D. So you can slide and hit that, or you can. It sounds better if you do it single like this. I hear Zach do that a lot. I heard a lot of people do that. I remember I heard that for years. I was like, what the hell are they doing? But yeah, those blue notes, there are quite a few, but yeah, they sound great. And that's just all an A right there. So if you just learn where to go, what other places match in the key of A, and then you just kind of go from there, And it's always fun to noodle around with that stuff, man. It's always cool. Yes, that's correct. Yeah, Blue Monk says, "I'm finally learning the third and the fifth can make a killer into a phrase." Yeah, it sure can, and just little things. That's why I like blues type riffs like this right here. I'll teach you a couple that I do, and I don't know if you want to use it or not. But like we're going to do the top two strings, which is the high E and the B, right? On the third, I'm sorry, on the fifth. So right here. All right. But if you bar those two strings with your first finger, and you take your ring finger and hammer on the seventh, and then hit the high E, because you're barring those two on the fifth fret, E and the B, right? If you go, and see, only thing I'm moving is my ring finger. So you can go as fast as you want, but if you go like this, and you do a full bend on the seventh on the high E, that's a good blues note right there. And finish it off with a full bend on the eighth on the B. So I'll do it really slow. That's slow. So if you can do that at your own speed, but that's a good little blues riff, and you can do that anywhere. That's just where I was showing you in the A box. You can do it anywhere. I mean, that was an E, so. There's just all kinds of little things like that really speak a lot. That's what I love about guitar, man. And like I said, you don't have to be a speed player. You don't have to do that. And learn your chords, learn power chords. I'm trying to teach a buddy of mine right now with some little video lessons I'm doing for him, and he's just learning power chords for the first time. So if you just let me see if I can find this song here, and I'll show you the best song to play with power chords, in my opinion, that from the 80s. Let's see if I can find it real quick. I know it's on here. It is on here somewhere. Let's see. There it is right there. I think it's an 8 count. But when I do the very first part of this, you'll understand what I'm talking about. You should recognize it anyway.
Josie's on vacation far away. Come around and talk it over. So many things that I wanna say. You know I like my girls a little bit older. I just wanna use your love tonight. I
So you see what I'm saying? And that song is just power chords only. And I'm trying to teach that to a buddy of mine right now. And there's no solo in that song. You can if you want to, you know. I mean, you can if you want, but, you know, it's just, I love that song. It's called Your Love by the Outfield. And it's one of my favorite 80s songs of all time. So that's a great song to learn when you're just starting off with power chords. You know what I'm saying? Because you're doing the same power chords on the same set of strings, and you're not having to do nothing too crazy, right? So it's a wonderful song. Man, the memories, Bloody Soup says. Yeah, I love that song. It's a feel good song, man. That's not the right tone. I guess I could have dialed back the volume some, but that song is really made to be used with the Rockman pedal, the Rockman X100. It's perfect for that, because that's what they used back then, was a Rockman. So, but anyway, wonderful song. There's all kind of things you can do on guitar, from the very basic to the very complicated. I choose to stay in the basic category because that's about the best I can do. So yeah, it's fun, man. It's a lot of fun. I love playing guitar and doing things of this nature. But anyway, folks, it's that time. It is. It's been a touch over 3.5 hours. It's been long enough, and I'm getting tired, so I need to go and turn in. It's a little after midnight here on the East Coast, and but I want to thank you all so much for being here once again for this show, and thank you so much to everybody taking the time to comment and to return again and to listen to me half-ass play these songs and chat about some stuff. Thank you to the chat for being very active and keeping things going, man. I really appreciate it so much. Y'all are awesome. Y'all rule, man. Y'all, because of y'all, we have a good show. So thank y'all so much. And until next time, we'll see you again. Take care, everybody. God bless. Bye-bye.